Now, over the last few months, we've been getting you the latest updates as far as the cleanup of the Bellandur and Varthur lakes are concerned. This after the National Green Tribunal stepped in and pulled up the authorities, questioning how they allowed these lakes to get so very polluted. Yesterday, the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Urban Development visited both the lakes. According to sources, inspection of these two lakes was not a part of the committee's agenda, but they decided to do so keeping in mind the intense coverage that this particular issue has got over the last few months from the national media. The committee, headed by Pinaki Mishra, focused on zero liquid discharge into the lakes of the city, which include industrial effluents as well as domestic sewage. The committee also dwelt upon the NGT's ruling that sewage treatment plants be made mandatory in all apartments.
Our committee, of course, is going to recommend very strongly for many of the issues that you people have flagged here, including the PRR, which is a very, very important thing. Mr. Mohan already discussed this with the minister, Mr. Gadkari, who has, I think, committed to give it national highway status, which means the central government does the funding. So that's a very good thing, and we are again, that's going to be part of our recommendations. And also, as far as zero liquid discharge from both industrial effluent as well as domestic sewage should not go into these lakes. We are going to ensure that both at the government level as well as at the National Green Tribunal, which is constantly monitoring this.
Given the impetus, given the notoriety of the issue, they are here today and they are taking stock of it. The committee chairman has acknowledged that yes, there are issues. They took cognizance of the traffic issues and the lakes which are being polluted, and they said the time-bound solutions will be provided. They are in discussions with the government and their discussions with the authorities, and they're going to come up with iterations as has been promised to us.
See, this cannot be done in 24 hours. We have even, in fact, myself and Arvind Embode has told the government, state government, that you take 24 hours, 24 months. But whatever is their short-term solution and the long-term solution for this problem, this has to be put on the public domain.
And I want to go across to my colleague Nolan Painter, who's tracking all the latest developments on the story. Nolan, what are the biggest takeaways from this committee's visit to the lakes? Has there been any sort of development as far as the cleanup is concerned?
Well, good morning, Akshita. In fact, we do not know what is the biggest takeaway over here because, according to one of the residents, committees of the committees have kept on visiting the lakes over the past few years. They have promised the moon, saying that they will make sure that the central government looks into this, forces the state government and the various agencies, especially the pollution boards, to actually work. But now we must remember that the National Green Tribunal has come down very heavily on Karnataka as well as its various civic agencies. Work is going on. But this was good that the chairman of the Standing Parliamentary Committee on Urban Development actually personally came here, saw the problems per se. He was briefed by the BDA, the BBMP and the BWSSB commissioners who were also present as to what exactly is the problem and what work is going on according to the NGT orders. So one really hopes that with all these MPs coming over here and seeing this, that the civic agencies will not goof up. That is what everyone's hoping.
All right, Nolan, thanks so much for joining us with those details. No doubt it's a welcome step, but maybe questions will be raised on why this wasn't done earlier as well, why it took an order from the National Green Tribunal to really wake up all the authorities concerned in this particular case.